This episode of Another Great Day is brought to you by Pinky Finger. When in doubt, pinky out. All right, it's Tuesday, February 14th, 2023. A very happy Valentine's Day to all of you people in love out there. If you've been filling out your Valentine's Day cards and folding them up and taking them to class, one for everybody, make sure you take some extras in case you forgot somebody. We're wishing you a very happy Valentine's Day. So hello to you. And also, hello to Chris. How are you, buddy?
Hello.
Well, thanks for being here at Another Great Day. I guess we're just going to jump right into it, Chris. You know, yesterday we introduced our new segment, Lightning Round of 3, Random Questions. And we're going to do that again today. So get ready to answer, folks. So turn up your radios, get your thinking caps on, and remember, there is no wrong answer. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, pause. Psych. This time I'm going to have Chris answer because he loves being put on the hot seat. So here we go, Chris. Okay. 3, 2. No prep. 3,
all right.
2, 1. Question 1. What is your favorite candy?
Payday.
Question 2. Have you ever been in a limousine?
Yes.
Question 3. Question 3. Where do you want to go on vacation?
Sleep.
That's a great answer. Why didn't I think of that? And that concludes our new game show, Lightning Round of 3 Random Questions. Thank you for playing, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Well, we hope you had a great time with that. Well, let's go ahead and head over to the This Day in History Museum glass case box. Open it up and see what's in there. Here we go. On this day in 1990, I was 5 years old, as were you, Chris. The pale blue dot photo of Earth is taken.
That's right. Pause. Wait. Pause. I didn't realize this was taken while I was alive. I assumed like one of the old moon trips took this from the 60s and 70s.
I didn't even know what it was when I found it. So all of this is news to me, as it's probably news to our listeners. If you don't know what the pale blue dot photo of Earth is, basically 3.7 billion miles away from the sun, the spaceship called the Voyager 1 takes a photograph of Earth. The picture, which is known as the pale blue dot, shows our planet as a really teeny tiny speck, roughly the size of a pixel. But this was huge. Most people don't ever leave our atmosphere. There's just not that many people who get to go into outer space. And so at the time, it was really cool to be able to see a picture sent from outer space to Earth of the Earth. It's like the first Earth selfie. It's really cool.
It's similar to, we look at the night sky and we can see Mars sometimes as like a fairly pale red dot. And it's very far away. Like it's way out there. And we know that it's, in the solar system, but we don't ever see what we're on as a very far away thing because we're on it.
That's
but
true.
This picture is from that kind of picture, imagining it's so far away. It's just one small thing in our solar system.
Yep.
Universe,
32
galaxy.
years ago. Technology sure has changed. Now we're getting live camera feeds of Mars rovers as they're driving around on the planet.
Or David Bowie songs from a Tesla in space somewhere out there.
That's exactly right. Yep. Peter Quill and the Guardians of the Galaxy rocking out to cassette tapes, technology in all sorts of places. Well, this next segment is called the Question of the Day. And if you're new to this, we're going to ask a question, encourage you to take a break and answer this question with the people in the car or wherever you are. Even if it's a stranger, just look to your left and say, hey, I got a question for you. See what happens. Should be fun. All right. If you need more time, of course, pause the show, come right back, and we'll be here waiting for you. Today's question is, if you could visit another planet and survival is not an issue, which planet would you visit? We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. I hope you had a good time discussing that question. If you could visit any planet and survival is not an issue, which planet would you like to visit? Chris, have you thought about this? Any planet you'd like to visit?
If I was to visit another planet, I'd like to visit one, I think, with lower gravity, because that would be very interesting to me to feel less and jump real high. And maybe there'd be like interesting rock formation. So I'm imagining Mars, because I know that most from pictures we have. But there's also, I think, some moons, which aren't planets. That's no moon. It's a space station. Orbiting some of those of our big planets, like what are those,
like Jupiter?
Moons? Yeah, I don't know.
Titan. That Titan goes around Jupiter. I know that one.
So there's some of those moons that you can walk on them. Supposedly, we don't know exactly 100%, but I think those would be really interesting because they'd just be totally foreign and different. And I think some of them are like covered in ice mountains and stuff. So
that's awesome. Well, for me, if I could visit any planet and survival wasn't an issue, I'd visit the sun, because it's like the king of all planets, you know?
Aaron, it's a star.
Well, star, planet, whatever. When that thing burns out, we're all history.
It's a bunch of gas. It's nothing.
No, I'm just kidding. That's a Harry Carey SNL skit. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, wait, is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said. He goes, "What's your favorite planet?" Mine's the sun. Always has been. I'd go to Mercury, honestly, because I think it'd be so cool to be that close to the sun, to see it that close, since you can't go into the sun and survival's not an issue. I can be right there next to the sun on Mercury and check it out.
That's a good question. Well, how big would the sun look on the horizon from the Mercury horizon? Because I have in my mind's eye, I have a picture of what our sun looks like, and it's not a speck. You know, it's like a small disc circle in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were significantly closer to the sun, would it be a large, like sci-fi-esque circle, like the moons in Star Wars? Like
I bet
Luke.
I bet it'd be so hard to sleep because that moon would be so bright and so constant in your vision.
It's true. But
you don't need to sleep. Survival's not an issue in this scenario. So
that's true.
Well, if we have any scientists or astrologists on the podcast audience, astronomers, not astrologists. We can't endorse that. Astronomers in the listening audience, please let us know, how big would the sun be if you were on Mercury? And if you have a formula for that, send that to anothergreatdaypodcast@gmail.com or hit us up in the comments section on Instagram. Hey, Chris, I wrote a rhyme for our show, a poem, actually. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
I get glad. I sometimes get mad, but I never get sad. For the dad jokes.
Jokes of dad.
Jokes. All jokes, they dad. Well, here we go. Here's today's dad joke. I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
This might be tough to translate verbally. You might have to emphasize the why.
Okay. I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why. Because there's 26 letters in the alphabet. Get it? As we say around the house, jokes are better when you have to explain them. Welcome back to another great day. I'm Aaron, and that's Chris over there, and we're glad you're here. This part of our show is called The Word of Wisdom. This is where we'll take a minute to go through a proverb or a wise saying and give you our take. All right, here we go. Today's word of wisdom comes to us from Proverbs 17:28, and it says, "Even a fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise. When he closes his lips, he's considered prudent." So, the way I read this, just because we can respond does not mean we always should respond. This Bible verse is very straightforward. Why open your mouth and risk saying something foolish when you could just as easily keep your mouth closed and be considered wise? As a person once said, you'll never regret a thing you didn't say. And that's my take on today's proverb. All right, Chris, we'll hit the music and let's call it a day. Thank you for being with us today, and we hope you're enjoying the show and getting to have some fun conversations with your people. If you're enjoying the show, please share it with a friend in real life or on social media. Tell them it's their Valentine's Day present. They'll love it. Well, no matter what, we hope you make it another
Great
day. We'll see you tomorrow. Chris, what do you think about, let's talk about Valentine's Day candy. How about that?
Singles Awareness Day.
Ah, yes, sad. they should have workshopped that before they thought about it. Before they made that.
No, that's the whole point. It was well crafted. It was perfectly
so
crafted.
Good. What do you think of those little candies that come in the boxes? They're like basically
Chalk?
classroom chalk with a word on them. What do you think of those?
QT, like it has like the letters Q and T or something, or URA.
I heart you. Yeah, URAQT.
They're inedible in my mind.
Station. What do you think about Cadbury bunny eggs? Oh wait, no, that's Easter. Never mind.
The other associated candy is chocolate. People give those heart-shaped boxes of chocolate, which I find
getting that once
very deceptive, because you open it up and you see 6 or 10 or 30 chocolates. They look great. And then, is it a game to not look and see what they are? Because I think sometimes they put it on the bottom of the lid or the bottom of the box. You have to like lift it up above your head and they fall out. And half of them are filled with cherry and orange and coconut. And I'm like, why are we mixing chocolates with things?
Hey. I like cherry chocolate. I like orange chocolate.
Whoa.
Can't stand coconut at all. I once had an Almond Joy in 3rd grade. I was walking into the Luby's near Collin Creek Mall and I threw up in the grass.
What?
Don't like coconut. Yep, true story.
Wow.
I won it at Sunday school for being good. I didn't win it. I guess I earned it for being good. This may come as a shocking note to our listeners, but I had trouble not talking in class, which is why our word of wisdom was read by me today, because sometimes you got to shut your big yapper and just be quiet.
We have had lots of word of wisdoms about speaking. Is this one of the reasons why?
You know, the Lord just really put it on my heart.
There we go.
If I'm struggling with it, the odds are somebody else is struggling with it. So, also, yeah, coconut's the worst.
Yeah, I don't mind coconut milk. It's very functional in many foods. What
about coconut oil?
I use coconut oil.
Cooking with coconut oil.
So, okay, here's the coconut situation. Coconut on candy, not a fan. Coconut, grated coconut, where it's like ricey grated, whatever that consistency. In desserts.
Yeah, looks like confetti.
Yeah, that stuff. I don't want to bite into weird, crunchy coconut. Consistency, not there for me. But coconut milk used in an Asian food dish, like Tomka Gai, is delicious.
Oh my gosh, bro.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Or in a peanut stir fry with coconut milk.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. Oh man, how could I be so foolish to forget about Thai food? Oh,
Thai food.
It's the only time a coconut is acceptable.
Is perfected coconuts. Other times, the first time I got coconut oil, I thought this will be great. And I made a very foolish mistake. This is early on in my baking for myself career of being a person who takes care of themselves. Adult, I mean. I had a Pyrex full of veggies that I was going to roast. And the general idea of oven baking veggies is you kind of coat them in an oil, salt and pepper them, roast them, keep it simple. But for some reason, this is my first time to use coconut oil. I decided to use a lot. Like a lot.
Oh,
and I don't know why.
I
don't know why, but it was so, and I was just foolish. I just didn't know. And so I had this Pyrex, and the food was swimming in this oil. It's unedible, essentially. It would have been fried,
inedible?
But it wasn't. Which one is it? What am I saying?
Inedible.
Inedible. Could not be eaten by human.
Yes.
Or I mean, it could have. Anyway, that was my experience. I learned a little goes a long way at coconut oil. So
and let that be a lesson to you, kids. Beware of coconuts, both the falling kind and the cooking kind.
The end.